Party speakers may be the most misunderstood mainstream category in the audio world. Contrary to popular belief, party speakers aren't limited to bass-heavy Bluetooth models. Of course, there's nothing wrong with bassy Bluetooth speakers. Don't worry. We're going to recommend you some how low can you go options. However, a party speaker, to us at least, can be an all-in-one PA system, a practice amp that doubles as a speaker that lights up the room just with dance music, or that adds an equally kinetic LEDs. The best party speakers can be a concert for one or for everyone, and they can be found in selections for every type of celebration. Are you looking for the best speakers for parties? In this video we will look at some of the best speakers for parties on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. JBL Boombox 3. JBL's Boombox 3 pushes the limits of what you can expect from a portable Bluetooth speaker. The subwoofer in its three-way speaker configuration is larger than the ones you'll find on some desktop speakers or compact monitors, so you should expect loud, thunderous sound. You won't just hear the drop on EDM tracks, you'll literally feel it radiate down to 40 Hz. If the speaker's 160 watts are cranked all the way up. In fact, the only way you'll get a louder, bigger bass around the same size is by picking up something like JBL's PartyBox 110, which we'll introduce in more detail below. The Boombox 3's large size comes with one big pro beyond great sound, of course, and a necessary con. In the plus column, this speaker can last up to 24 hours on a single charge, easily enough time to get you through a proper rager. JBL says the amount of battery life you'll get ultimately depends on your listening volume, which is true. But the Boombox 3 should still last all night, literally even when it's being maxed out. That said, a big battery and large drivers contribute to this speaker's 22-inch width and nearly 15-pound weight. This speaker is portable, but it'll need someone willing to lug it around. Luckily, it's equipped with a sturdy molded handle. JBL has gotten around this by designing the Boombox 3 with support for its Party Boost feature, which allows you to link it with up to 99 other JBL speakers. Several JBL speakers support this feature, so you could use the Boombox 3 as your main party speaker, then spread a couple of smaller models around the periphery of your party space to blanket more ground. For example, you could put several lava lamp-like JBL Pulse 5 speakers around to visualize the vibe. We can't think of a room or entire floor, frankly, that this speaker wouldn't blanket in loud sound on its own. However, if your parties take place outdoors, the JBL Boombox 3 is a great choice, thanks to its IP67 rating. For a detailed explanation of IP, check out our considerations at the bottom of this feature. This Boombox 3 can get splashed rain on, spilled on, or even dumped underneath the water for several minutes without skipping a beat. And it can stand up to dust or sand. Durability is definitely not an issue. The speaker shown above has taken a licking and kept on kicking, or maybe that's taken a kicking and kept on ticking, as it got hit by a soccer ball, while providing the soundtrack to a high-intensity practice on the field pictured. If its size and weight and $449 price don't intimidate you, the JBL Boombox 3's bass performance, battery life, and durability are a pretty unbeatable combination. Number 2. Sony SRS-XG300. Sony has been making party speakers for half a decade, but the SRS-XG300 is the first time it seems to take this category very seriously. It's completely overhauled the look of its party speakers, with a mesh covering that screams sophistication, with LED rings that surround its pair of 2.7-inch bass drivers with a subtle glow, rather than a garish one, and the unobtrusive handle conveniently slides in and out of the top, an aesthetically pleasing marriage of form and function. Put simply, the SRS-XG300 speaker looks sophisticated during the day, but a little more fun at night. The LEDs can be turned off using Sony's app or a button on the backside of this party speaker, so you can ignore them entirely. That may be a good idea if you plan on stretching the SRS-XG300's battery to its 25-hour maximum. Sony is so confident in this portable Bluetooth speaker's battery capacity that it built a USB-A port into it, so it doubles as a power bank. In our tests, this speaker could put out a tremendous amount of bass, but it never distorted even at high volumes. If you want a little more oomph, the speaker's mega bass button boosts low-end frequencies, but never to the point that the mid-range and treble get completely drowned out. If your playlist is full of bass-heavy music, turning on this setting to see how you like it won't hurt. The SRS-XG300 supports a Sony feature called Party Connect, which allows you to pair up to 100 speakers to play music simultaneously. This was one of our favorite features of JBL's Boombox 3. And it remains impressive here. We can't see any reason you'd need more than one of these speakers to fuel your beach, backyard, or basement party. But it's nice to have the option. You can connect any smartphone, tablet, or computer to the SRS XG300 wirelessly over Bluetooth. But to get the most out of it, you'll need a device that supports the LDAC codec, which allows you to stream music at a very high, nearly CD quality bitrate. This isn't necessarily important at a party unless you host audiophiles exclusively. Still, it's worth pointing out since Sony's speaker is one of the few Bluetooth models that support this feature. But it's also worth pointing out that only select digital audio players and smartphones support this protocol, nothing Apple, which is why we lean toward this being the best portable Bluetooth speaker for Android users. You can use any Bluetooth-enabled device to connect via more traditional lossy codecs, and you also have the option to connect a device using a 3.5mm cable, thanks to its O input. Number 3. Rocksteady Stadium Travel Combo. By now, most people are familiar with a 2.1 speaker system in a home theater environment, which indicates left and right speakers paired with a dedicated subwoofer to push the lows higher. Now the Rocksteady Stadium Travel Combo lets you take it into the great outdoors. All 3 touch-controlled speakers connect to one another via a Bluetooth 5.0 mesh network, which means you can place them anywhere you'd like, so long as they're within 100 feet of one another. This will allow you to cover a larger area without turning the volume knob to 11. Pick up 4 6-inch tall multi-driver rectangles and turn your patio into a quadraphonic quarter. There's a mid-bass driver and passive radiator paired with the tweeter in each. Still, for the deepest bass experience, you'll want to keep the discrete front-firing subwoofer or subwoofers near a wall, so the sound gets reinforced by reverberations. Many party speakers we recommend can be chained to play simultaneously in mono, but Rocksteady designed its hardware exclusively to be immersive, letting you assign each as left-right dual channel. Because of that, you can pair an unlimited number of speakers in various multidirectional configurations, though hitting this theoretical limit or lack thereof probably won't be necessary. We like the modularity of the Stadium mode system, but it isn't waterproof, which can be a problem if your outdoor area has a pool. If that's the case, a cadre of UE's Wonderboom 3 mini speakers may be a better pick. These $99 floatable orbs produce surprisingly loud 360-degree sound, can be linked via Party Boost, and, being dustproof, are also one of the best speakers to take with you to the beach. The only real downside to getting a multi-speaker system is that you'll need to monitor multiple pieces of audio hardware at all times. Every speaker needs to be charged separately, which can require some juggling if your place doesn't have too many outlets. Luckily, battery life is rated at 16 hours and the speakers are USB-C quick charge equipped. If that isn't an issue, we can recommend taking Rocksteady's Stadium Travel Combo to any outdoor party you're hosting or attending. Number 4. JBL Eon 1 Compact Personal PA. The JBL Eon 1 Compact Personal PA offers musicians and DJs an easy-to-set-up audio solution for smaller performance situations. Weighing just under 18 pounds, packing a 12-hour swappable rechargeable battery, the speaker is light enough to carry to and from smaller gigs and fits easily in the trunk or backseat of most cars. The onboard 4-channel mixer offers 2 XLR-TRS combo jacks, one 1/4-inch guitar input, and a 1/8-inch O input for dialing in the mix. If you're using a condenser microphone, the unit also comes equipped with phantom power. The Eon 1 Compact Personal PA's 4-channel configuration provides the flexibility to create a balanced mix of guitars, vocals, and backing tracks from the controls on the speaker itself or via the JBL app. Connect your phone via Bluetooth to access Lexicon and DBX-inspired 4-band deck, reverb, chorus, and delay with quick recall presets. Plus control the volume or stream music wirelessly. The unit can sit vertically or horizontally and provides a built-in pole mount socket for elevated placements. This flexibility allows the system to thrive in various settings as a monitor or for broadcast even when space is tight. 2 USB 3.0 ports let you high-speed charge tablets, phones, and bus-powered DJ devices. Perfect if you mix digital formats. According to JBL, a 1/4-inch, 6.3mm pass-through lets you connect up to 4 speakers and extend your mix to larger crowds. We only got one speaker, so we couldn't try this out. The Eon 1 Compact can reach 112 decibels, and the 8-inch bass driver hits 37.5 Hz, though it isn't ideal for louder rock shows. However, it is a great option for solo and acoustic gigs and smaller gatherings, where you want a bigger sound without a big hassle. Number 5. Tribit Sound Mega. If you've spent your party budget on a venue, food, and drinks, there's still bound to be enough in the bank for Tribit's Sound Mega. The beach bag-friendly speaker has two 1.5-inch bass drivers, which will pump out a reasonable amount of sound given their size. If you're hosting a small gathering at home or outdoors, it'll be sufficient. But don't expect miracles at a big backyard bash. We named this the top party pick in our guide to the best budget Bluetooth speakers because of its battery life, multiple listening modes, built-in LEDs, and carrying strap. The fact that Tribit equipped it with a USB-A port, which allows you to use it as a power bank, was a welcome feature. We found the speaker's SPAS mode added an appreciable amount of low-frequency response, but found the Sound Mega distorted a little at high volumes. It never ruined the song, but the distortion was present. Alternatively, the speaker's LEDs were surprisingly sophisticated, pulsing rhythmically as the music played. The Tribit Sound Mega is a little barebones compared to some of our other recommendations, but it also costs under $100. You're getting a lot of value for your money with this party speaker, which has several of the same core features as our other recommendations in a smaller, less expensive package.